Good morning all. Welcome to this session. Okay. In the previous session, we discussed the problems on time response specification of second order systems. So we have seen three basic problems. So just to recall, so this is the first problem we have seen, a given differential equation. From that we have find out the transfer function, and that we have compared with the standard second order system, and we calculated the zeta omega n and the time response specifications like peak time, rise time, peak overshoot, and settling time. Okay, so you have the notes, so you can go through that. Okay, similarly, second problem, we have taken a mechanical system. Okay, so from this you have to write a differential equation. From that you have to derive the transfer function, and then zeta omega n and the time response specifications. Okay, so this is the second variety of problem we have seen. Then third one, there is a control system block diagram. Okay, g of s, h of s was given. So using the standard equation g of s by 1 plus g of s, h of s, you derive the transfer function. From that you have find out the zeta omega n and time response specifications, and also we have find out the response for a time given time of 0.1 second. Okay, so that was the three problems we have discussed in the previous session. Okay, so now let us go through the fourth problem. Okay, so it looks like this. The system has 30% overshoot and settling time of 5 seconds. For an unit step input, determine the transfer function, peak time, output response, assume ESS as 2%. Okay, the steady state as this one. Okay, the timing. Okay, so that they have given 2%. Okay, so compared to previous three problems, it was transfer function. From that you are finding the zeta omega n. Now what is the thing is, they have given the 30% overshoot. Okay, you know that overshoot completely depends on zeta. So that's why instead of giving zeta value, they have given now overshoot, and also given settling time. So from this you can determine the zeta and omega n value, and using that in standard transfer function you can find the transfer function. There is no system is given here. Okay, so just a reverse engineering. Then from the zeta omega n, whatever we have calculated, peak time and the remaining thing we can do that. Okay, so little different one. Look at this. Okay, given values are, the peak overshoot is 30% given, and the settling time is 5 seconds. Okay, so peak overshoot. So what is the formula for peak overshoot? Just to recall, so if you have the notes there, just you can go back and see. Okay, so what is there in that? So it is e to the power minus 5 zeta divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square was the formula, and it is in now percentage. That's why it is multiplied in 100. Okay, so in percentage it is 30. Okay, and here it is 100. So what you can do is, first we'll take the ratio 30 by 100 at the left side. I have combined this step. Okay, so 30 by 100, and then here e is there. Okay, so it is exponential. To remove the exponential we have to take the natural log. Okay, so that is ln, natural log. It's there in your calculator. Okay, so ln of 30 by 100. So this exponential will remove, and only this factor will come and place over here. That is minus 5 zeta by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so in while writing the steps I have congested or compressed many steps, because instead otherwise simply you need to write. Okay, but if you are not following, you can do that. So here what I have done, 30 by 100 equal to this one, then take natural log. Okay, that I have combined in single step. Okay, so now take the ratio 30 by 100 is 0.3 ln 0.3. Use the calculator. Okay, what you will get, minus 1.2039. Okay, it will come many, so we'll keep for 3 or 4 decimal points, equal to minus 5 zeta by square root of 1 minus zeta square. So here minus sign cancel out, it becomes plus. So next what we'll do, here square root is there. To remove this square root, so we'll multiply this square root of 1 minus zeta square to this 1.2039, and we'll square both sides. Okay, so when you square both sides, this square root will go away. Okay, so that operation we'll do in next step. Okay, so till here no issues. Okay, okay, so we have taken the, as I told you, square 1.2039 square you make, so you'll get 1.4493, and square root of 1 minus zeta square becomes 1 minus zeta square, and here 5 zeta was there, it becomes 5 square zeta square. Okay, So then what I will do, so again I have two steps I have combined in single. This 1.4493 I will multiply with each of this 1 and zeta square, and then zeta square term whatever is there I will take right side. Okay, so that I have done in single step. So this is 1.4493 minus 1.4493 zeta square will come. So this constant I have kept left side, and 1.4493 zeta square I have taken right side. Okay, and already 5 square zeta square is there, so zeta square is common here. So 1.4493 plus 5 square. So you know the 5 value, it is 3.14. So you can directly use that in the calculator. 5 is there, just take 5 square, and for that you add the 1.4493. So you will get 11.3189. Okay, so that is the ratio, right? So zeta square, how you find out? This 1.4493 by this value. So again I have not written many steps here. Okay, congested it so that you will understand now. Okay, so 5 square plus 1.4493 will give you 11.3189. So now take this ratio 1.4493 by 11.3189. You will get the zeta square value, which is 0.128. What we require is zeta. Okay, that is the damping ratio. Take square root of 0.128. You will get 0.358. Square root of 128 will give you 0.358. So this is the zeta value. That is the first thing you need to calculate. Okay, so how we have calculated? From percentage peak overshoot. So this is the same procedure we will follow. Whenever the peak overshoot is given, you have to determine zeta. This is the same method we will follow. Okay, so this first step I have told you very detail. Next step again these things will come so that you are able to understand that. Okay. Okay, so let's go to next. Zeta is done. Now we have to find out omega n, right? The natural frequency. How you find out that? From the settling time, that is also given, no? Settling time given, and its formula also you know. So that we'll use. Okay. So TS, that is the settling time, is equal to 4 by zeta omega n. They have not given how much percentage. Okay. So by default we'll take 2%. Okay. So that's why 4 by zeta omega n. You know the TS value, which is given 5, right? So 5 seconds they have given, and zeta value we have calculated 0.358. So you need to calculate now omega n. So for that, what is the omega n formula now? 4 by TS into zeta, right? TS will come in denominator, omega n goes in the numerator. Okay, so just substitute the value 5 into 0.358. Okay, so 4 divided by this value will give you 2.2346 radian per second. Okay, so everything you can use the calculator and you can verify the answers. Okay, fine. So you got the zeta and omega n. So once these two are known, you can find out any of the values. Okay, so now first thing they have asked is transfer function. See, whatever we have calculated zeta omega n, it's also having importance, right? But they have not mentioned there find out zeta omega n. They told directly transfer function. But to find out the transfer function, what we require here? Omega n and zeta value, right? That's only the major factor. That's why we have done that part first. Okay, so understand this. Okay, so now what is the standard transfer function? Omega n square by s square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. So in this problem, they have not given any system. A mechanical MKB system not given, differential equation is not given, or a G of s, H of s is not given. They have given the peak overshoot. So from the peak overshoot, we are finding the system transfer function by just substituting in the standard transfer function. Okay, just find out omega n, you know, 2.2346. Take the square of this, you will get 5. Okay, so 5.00 something you'll get. So 5 you can write. Divide by s square plus 2 zeta omega n. So find out this factor, 2 into 0.358 into 2.2346. So this will give you 1.6. You can check out this. Okay, so that is 1.6 s you got. Okay, so hope it is clear. Plus 5 omega n square is same value, whatever is there in numerator it will come over here. Okay, so you got the first answer, transfer function. Okay, this is completely different from first three set of problems, the 3 problems. Okay, so in that different system is given, you derive the transfer function, then transfer function you have compared with the standard one, and from that you have determined the omega n and zeta value. That is the simple variety. Now we are in reverse process. The time response specifications are given. From that we are finding zeta omega n, and then we are putting in the standard transfer function to get the transfer function. Okay, so next, second one, what they have asked? Output response, right? C of t they have asked. Okay, before that peak time they have asked, right? Peak time TP is 5 by omega d. So just omega d you have to calculate, which is omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. This is the formula. So you know the omega n value 2.2346 and zeta is 0.358. Okay, so if you know already the zeta square value, you can substitute that 1.128 something we got earlier. No, that also you can directly substitute here, no issues. Okay, so anyhow you will get the same answer. Finally TP, when you take the ratio 5 by this answer, whole answer, you will get 1.5045 seconds. Okay, so this is the TP value. This should be always less than the settling time. Settling time for this problem is 5 seconds, right? So it is less than that, so no issues with that. Okay, then output response, last thing they have asked here is, so output response you should know the formula again. I told you these two problems you should formula, that is standard second order transfer function and the output response, and then these formulas TP, TR, peak overshoot, all these things you should know. Okay, then you can easily solve these problems. So 1 minus e to the power minus zeta omega n t square root of 1 minus zeta square sine omega dt plus theta. So what is not known here? Omega d. Okay, omega d separately we have not calculated. We substituted in this formula. So first omega d how much you calculate, then theta how much you calculate. Okay, and then find out the factor zeta into omega n also. Zeta is 0.358 into 2.2346. How much it will give? That you should know. Then square root of 1 minus zeta square. So this is you should calculate as 1 divided by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so if you do that, so you'll get all the factors, so you can substitute, you will get the final answer. Okay, so omega d we have calculated first. Okay, 2.236 into this 1 minus 0.358 square. Okay, so it will give you 2.0881 radian per second. Okay, so this is the one. Again theta also you keep in radian mode. Okay, degree if you keep, you will get wrong answer. You have to convert that into radian. Okay, so cos inverse zeta. Okay, cos inverse 0.358, 1.205 radian. Okay, so this is the theta value. Now substitute everything in the formula 1 minus e to the power minus zeta omega n. So this is zeta, this is omega n. This product you have to calculate, and here in the denominator you have to calculate 1 divided by this factor. Okay, square root of 1 minus 0.358 square sine, here just substituting omega d value plus theta value. Okay, so just substitute it. So just we have to find out these two factors here. So here 1 divided by square root of 1 minus 358 will come 1.0708. Okay, and this multiplication will give you zeta omega n as 0.8. Okay, so this factor as 0.8. So remaining substituted omega d value and theta value. Okay, so this is the time response. Hope you have understood what we are going to do in this problem. Okay, so previous problems the approach is different, and this problem approach is different. Okay, so all these problems are important and asked in the VTU examinations on. Okay, so hope it is clear. You want, so just to give a clarity, I will just revise it this problem, because next problem all it will be okay. So after a long time I am taking this subject, right? So previous problems and all, you would have a system, right? Either a differential equation or a mechanical system or a g of s h of s was given, and you need to find the transfer function first, and then use to compare omega n and zeta value, and then use to substitute in omega d theta, and then use to find out c of t, right? And after that you will find out the settling time, all these parameters. That is the approach what we have done in first three problems. Okay, long back we have discussed. So what we are discussing in this problem is reverse. So they have not given any system here. They have given just the peak overshoot and settling time. From that we have determined the zeta and omega n, that we substituted in the standard transfer function. Okay, so that's what we have done. We got the transfer function. No need of requirement of anything. Okay, and then based on the value of zeta omega n, we calculated the TP and output response. Okay, hope it is clear. Okay, so we'll go for another problem in the same way. Okay, so all these problems are in unique one. Okay, so different one. Okay, so not repeatable. Okay, so same thing, and they can ask no changes in the data also. You can just read out the problem. Just think of how you can solve this. Okay, the system given in figure is a unity feedback system with minor feedback loop. Okay, so the 3 steps they have told you to calculate. In the first step, what they have given is in the absence of derivative feedback. That means what? So this figure you just look at first. Okay, then we'll read out that 3 steps. Okay, so this is a block diagram they have given. So here you have A divided by S into S plus 2. Here you have A into S, and here you have unity feedback, that is 1. Now in the first step, what they have asked, in the absence of derivative feedback, that is A equal to 0, you have to take. So if you take A equal to 0, what will happen? So this path only will be removed. Okay, nothing will be there, and this summing point also will be removed. So this complete will be removed. Okay, when you take this as 0, this path does not exist. Only you will have 8 by S into S plus 2 and this unity feedback system. Okay, so when it is 0, you have to find the damping ratio and undamped natural frequency. Meaning what? So there is a G of S given, and H of S you have to take it as 1. You have to find out G of S by 1 plus G of S H of S based on this sign, minus sign, right? So that you have to compare with the standard transfer function. You will get the zeta and omega. Simple. Okay, no need to crack much thing. Second part, what is there? Determine the constant A which will increase damping ratio to 0.7. Second set, what they have given, zeta value they have given, but A you have to consider. Whatever I have removed this now, so I need to consider this now. I have to consider this. So then how you will solve? You have to use the block diagram reduction techniques. Okay, so first you have to solve for this. Okay, minor feedback loop. Okay, so minor feedback loop you have to find out. So it is G, this is H. Okay, so G divided by 1 plus GH you have to do. You will get one new value, and then that new value you have to consider it as a whole G, and then this H you have to consider as 1, and again you have to do G by 1 plus GH. Okay, one step is further. So its transfer function is different. You will get, again you have to compare with the standard transfer function, and now what you have is zeta value you have, A value you have to determine there. Okay, so if there is a constant, something else should be given. No, so that's why zeta value they have given in second case. Third question is find the overshoot in both the case. Overshoot means what? So there is, you can do a comparative study here. If you have a and if you does not have a, what is the difference in peak overshoot? Just to observe this. So first case, you know that peak overshoot completely depends on zeta value, damping ratio, right? So in the first case, zeta value you will find out here, right? So for that zeta value, you find out the MP. Substitute in the formula, you get it. Second case, they have given zeta value 0.7 directly. So just you have to put it in formula. Again, you have to calculate. Okay. So this is the question. No need of the question is very lengthy, but it is not difficult. Very easy answer. Okay. So you have to apply the concept clearly. Okay. So you have to practice, only then you will understand such problems. Okay. Okay, first consider we will A equal to 0. As I told you in the diagram, A equal to 0, then what will be the G of S? 8 divided by S into S plus 2. And H of S is 1, because the middle A into S factor will be removed. Okay, so now we will use the transfer function formula. C of S by R of S is equal to G of S by 1 plus G of S H of S. This is the standard formula. Okay, so already we have many times we have used this. Okay, no need to explain about this. Substitute now. G of S is 8 by S into S plus 2. 1 plus 8 divided by S into S plus 2. H of S is 1. That's why not considered. Okay. So take the LCM here. So in the numerator, it will remain 8. In the denominator, so this will multiply here. S square plus 2S plus 8. And S into S plus 2 will cancel in both the denominators. This will cancel out. But this will be LCM multiplied here, which will be coming as S square plus 2S plus this 8. Okay, so this is now your transfer function. So now this is in the standard form. So you compare with, so what you will get, omega n square is equal to 8 you will get, and zeta 2 zeta omega n is equal to 2, right? You can calculate the zeta and omega n. Simple. Okay, only different block diagrams, different concepts they will give. Okay, you have to apply it properly. So compare with standard form, we will get omega n square is equal to 8. Okay, so omega n is square root of 8, which is nothing but 2.83 radian per second. Okay, so use the calculator, you will get. Okay, and similarly second comparison, 2 zeta omega n is equal to 2s is there, so 2. So zeta omega n is 1, because 2 and 2 cancel out, remaining is 1 there. Then you have to calculate zeta. Zeta means 1 by omega n in this case. Omega n is 2.83. or square root of 8, anything you can consider. So 1 by square root of 8 or 1 by 2.83 will give you 0.3535. Okay, so this is the damping ratio. I told you, no, in the case of under damping case, so zeta value will be in 0 to 1 range. Okay, it will not exceed 1, it will not be 0 also. Okay, so 0.35, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, any value it may come. Okay, fine. So we completed the first part. Now taking the a equal to 0, we simplified the transfer function and we compared with, and we got zeta and omega. Next case, what we have to do, we have to consider a now. Okay, you should not remove the a. So then we have to use the block diagram reduction approach. With a present in the system can be reduced as. So first case, what we will consider, so this is g. Okay, 8 divided by s into s plus 2 as g, 1 plus g of s. Again 8 divided by s into s plus 2 is g, and h of s is now a into s. Okay, and we will solve this. Okay, so s into s plus 2 will cancel out, so what is remaining, we'll write 8 in the numerator. Here what is there, s square plus 2s. Okay, s square plus 2s plus 8as. Your 8 is there, as is there, so s if you take common, here it will come 2 plus 8a. Single step I have combined it. Again writing many block diagram difficult, no? So now this new value I will consider it as g, and the h I will consider this as 1, unity feedback system. And now again I will use the formula g of s by h of s. I will get the final transfer function c of s by r of s. Okay, okay, so this is the thing what I have done. G of s is 8 divided by s square plus 2 plus 8a into s, divided by 1 plus 8 divided by s square plus 2 plus 8a into s into 1. H of s is 1, so that's why not considered. So now again take the LCM. So this denominator term will cancel out. Okay, s square plus 2 plus 8as, s square plus 2 plus 8as will cancel out, but this denominator term will multiply with 1. We'll write that. Okay, so numerator it will be 8, and here it is s square plus 2 plus 8a into s plus 8. See here, what is the difference to previous transfer function and now? Previous transfer function a was 0. Even we have done this part first and then we have directly substituted a equal to 0 also you can do. Okay, so now if we substitute a equal to 0 here, what will happen? It is 2 into s, nothing but the same previous, no? So now a is considered, that's why this new value got 2 plus 8a as your 2 zeta omega n factor. Okay, whereas omega n will not change, which is same. Okay, that is the observation you can make. So compare with the standard form now, omega n value will not change, which is square root of 8. Okay, okay, so omega n is square root of 8, it will not change, 2.83 radian per second in both the cases. Whereas now 2 zeta omega n value is equal to 2 plus 8a. Okay, so a we have to calculate in this. Okay, zeta value is given, how much? 0.7, that we can substitute. Before that we'll write the formula for a. Okay, so zeta omega n is equal to 1 plus 4a, because 2 is common here. So 2 if you take common, what will remain? 1 plus 4a, right? So that is why 1 plus 4a you got, 2 cancel out both side. Then zeta value is equal to 1 plus 4a by omega n. Okay, so now omega n value is known, 2.83, zeta value is given 0.7. You can find out the a value. Simple, that's what we have to do. So 0.7 equal to 1 plus 4a by 2.83. So multiply this denominator term, 2.83 into 0.7, you will get 1.981, and numerator here it will be 1 plus 4a. So next 4a is nothing but 1.4a I will take. So this 1.981, 1 will be cancelled. Okay, 1 will be minus, so it will give you 0.981. Okay, directly I have shown. Okay, you can write also 1.981 minus 1, which is 0.981. Okay, then from that a is nothing but 0.981 by 4 equal to a value 0.2449 or 0.25, you can write. Okay, so this is about the problem. Okay, finding the a in the second case. So two sets over. First set a is 0, we have calculated zeta value, which is 0.3535. Second case a value we have determined, considering that in a Okay, and zeta value is 0.7. Now third set of the sub question is we have to find out the peak overshoot in both cases. Now, so what is the formula for peak overshoot that we use for both the values? Okay, and we'll see the difference between the peak overshoot, how much it will increase or decrease. So third, peak overshoot in each case. For a equal to 0, zeta was how much? 0.3535. Substitute in the formula percentage MP equal to 100 into e to the power minus 5 zeta by square root of 1 minus zeta square. Okay, so we'll substitute 100 into e to the power minus 5 zeta 0.3535. So it depends completely on zeta value, right? Square root of 1 minus zeta 0.3535 whole square. So find out this in calculator. First take the square, 1 minus square, okay, then square root, and take this ratio, then take the exponential term, and that value you multiply with 100. This is how you have to go with calculator. Okay, even you can do with brackets and all using, okay, whichever approach which you feel better, you can go calculate this value. You will get 30.507 percentage. Okay, keep it in percent. If you does not do 100, it will come as 0.305 like that. Okay, so you have to multiply with 100, then you will get in percentage. So normally peak overshoot you keep it in percentage. Okay, hope you got this. So now similarly what we have to do, same formula we have to take for zeta value equal to 0.7. Okay, second case, right? So 0.7 you substitute wherever you have done 0.3535. So then you will see the change in the peak overshoot, how much it will increase or decrease. Okay, so zeta value what I'm going to do now, increase 0.35, double value is 0.7. so what will be the peak overshoot? 30. So what will happen when I substitute 0.7? You have to check now. Okay, so that is there in next slide. We'll look at that. Okay, see here, for a equal to 0.2449, zeta equal to 0.7, we know, right? So substitute in that 0.7 by 1 minus 0.7 square. So it is 4.59%. See the difference? Zeta value doubled, peak overshoot decreased. Okay, so that's why zeta value you are varying, no, 0 to 1 in the under damped case. See, problems are just not for just using the formula and substituting and getting the answers. You need to analyze also. Analysis is important for electronic students. Okay, design and analysis. You are designing a system, along with you have to analyze with the parameters also. Why we are studying time response specification? So that's why I'm going to stress this point. Okay, so when 0.3535 I have done it same formula, right? I got 30% peak overshoot, and now 0.7 when I substitute I got 4.59. That means as you increase the zeta value, peak overshoot will decrease. Okay, so that is the important thing, right? And when it reaches the zeta value equal to 1, there is no peak overshoot. TP will be not there. Peak overshoot will not be there, 0. You can check that. Okay, you can check for substitute in this formula, zeta value as 1, and you can check that. So denominator 1 minus 1, 0 it will happen, 1 by 0. Okay, so what will happen? Square root of 0. Okay, so completely it will vanish out. Okay, so that's why it is important to observe these things also along with the problems. So thus derivative feedback reduces MP, keeping omega n same. In both the cases omega n was same, whereas it reduced the peak overshoot value. Okay, because of which derivative feedback, that is AS, we have considered in the system. Okay, so this is about the problem. Okay, I hope you have understood this. So all these problems are unique one. Okay, so uniquely asked, and same thing it will repetitive. Okay, in the all the coming exams. Okay, similar way we have next problems. So how much possible, that much I will cover because time is less. So just read out again the problem. Okay, so try to think about the idea now, because already we have done 5 problems in this same category. Now you have to think of, so in which way I can solve this. Okay, for the system shown in figure, compute the values of k and tau. Okay, so time constant to give an overshoot of 20% and peak time of 2 seconds for an unit step excitation. So first look at the problem here, what asked and what is given. That is very carefully you have to observe, otherwise you will not get idea, because I will be solving the problem over here, but in exam it will not be like that. Previous I have done one problem. I have not given any system there. Okay, and even I have not put any constant over there. So straight away overshoot I have given and settling time I have given, and you determine the transfer function, output response, everything. So now in this problem, again overshoot is given and peak time is given now. Okay, along with they have asked to find out the constants in the system, that is k and tau. Because of that you need to give the system here input. Okay, so that's why the system is given. What is the system here? So in the numerator you have two systems which are in cascade. So block diagram reduction, it will be multiplied, right? K by S square it will happen. So then this multiplication will act as your G, and this 1 plus tau S will act as your H. Then use the formula G by 1 plus GH. So you will get the transfer function C of S by R of S. Okay. So from that you will get a transfer function. Okay, and that transfer function you will compare with the standard transfer function now, because system is given. No, when system is given we can compare. Okay, when no system is given and values are given, just you can find out and substitute in the standard transfer function. Okay, so you compare, you will get the zeta and omega n value in terms of these constants, either k and tau. Okay, so now next what you have to use, you have to use these given values. So you know that peak overshoot completely depends on zeta value. So from this you can find out the zeta value. Peak overshoot, you can find out the zeta value as we have done previous problem. Okay, so this problem is very lengthy. Okay, when we solve that, but just I am giving the idea now. Okay, so how to proceed with that. Okay, so note down this problem. Okay, so because this problem I may not able to complete today. Okay, so although I will be giving the notes, so you through that also you can go through. Okay, so try to solve this problem. Okay, I'm giving the idea, everything. Okay, so find the transfer function first, C of S by R of S, compare with the standard transfer function. So then write zeta and omega n value in terms of this constant, it will come. When you compare just omega n square, denominator you normally compare. Okay, then find out the zeta value from the given overshoot. Zeta completely depends on peak overshoot, so you can find the zeta value. And then peak time is given, phi by omega d is given, right? So peak time is given. Okay, and then phi by omega n square root of 1 minus zeta square. Zeta already calculated, you can calculate the omega n. Okay, only mathematics is required, everything concept I told you. So once you know zeta and omega n, you can come back to the same comparison and you can calculate this k and tau. That's it, problem. Okay, so just go through this. I will quickly show you. Okay, so how much possible I will do it. Okay, so see this problem asked twice. Okay, 17 recent paper also asked a very important question. So sometimes this question will be asked another way also. Okay, careful about that. So this problem will be same like previous problem. What they will give, they will divide this 1 plus tau s here. Okay, so this also given, maybe in the assignment you will be finding this. So this 1 plus tau s, they are going to separate it like previous one as was there. No, this tau s they will give, okay, as a separate block. Okay, and there is one separate summing point. Okay, they will show you like this, and this one they will remove. So this block will they will remove, just they will be like a unity feedback system. Okay, so that also same, this also same, just a place you have tau now, and in the numerator you have here k. Okay, so I hope you are able to understand this. So when you club this both in the feedback part, it is 1 plus tau s only. So this path is 1 parallel and this is tau s, both are in parallel. No, so block diagrams in parallel, their transfer function will get added. So that is 1 plus tau s. In this manner also it is same. Okay, so like that problem they will twist like this with this problem. Okay, so that I am trying to show you. Okay, so I hope you will go through this problem. Okay, quickly I will show you, I will not explain. Okay, so next class I will take the explanation. Okay, so this is what g of s is k by s square, h of s is 1 plus tau s. You determine the transfer function by using this method, so you'll get k divided by k tau s plus k. So you compare now, omega n square will come k and 2 zeta omega n will come as 2k tau. So that you compare, so you will get here, see, omega n as square root of k, zeta value is 1 by 2 square root of k into tau. Like this you will get in terms of constant, you will not get the value. Next, what they have given, peak overshoot they have given 20%. Previously I told you, if peak overshoot is there, how to calculate zeta, it is same for all the problems, right? 30% we have done earlier, now we have to do it for 20%. Same way, land 20 by 100, You calculate that. Okay, so finally you will get zeta square and then zeta value. See how much big calculation it is. Okay, then TP, you know, 5 by omega d. Omega d is omega in square root of 1 minus zeta square. TP value given 2 and zeta value we have calculated. Omega n we can calculate here. Okay, so then you can come back to same comparison. Omega n equal to square root of k. So k is nothing but omega n square now. So take omega n square, it will be k value. See here. And here 1 by 2 square root of k into tau. Zeta value is known now. K value is known because calculated now here. So you can calculate the tau value. So that's what we have done here. Okay, so this is a simple problem. Okay, if you have not understood, I will take up in the next class. Okay, so this is about the 3 problems what I have discussed today. Okay, so I will send you the notes after this. Go through that. Okay.